Alrighty, I'm going to introduce a way to introduce, I know I said that twice, but area and perimeter using graph paper. Of course, you might have graph paper that's a little smaller, but for purposes of this video, I went ahead and got bigger ones so you can exactly see. And the site I got them from was, I'll put it in my little comment box. But you can print a lot of stuff, like all this graph paper stuff. It's incomptech.com. I'll put it on there, yeah. Or I'll zoom in. My sister will zoom in. Okay. Well, with area, a lot of times people forget area is inside of, is the amount in the figure. Perimeter is the outside. As you can see, with area, I'm going to start off with square units. I sit there and I drew an object, and I'll post pictures at the end of the video, where you can either do it in two methods of figuring out area. This is just a way to introduce it, to make it a little easier for your kids. You can either color it. What I did was I colored all the full squares, and then I colored all the half squares. So I had 12 full squares and 4.5 half squares. Up here, 2 half squares equals 1 full square. So 4.5 half squares equals 2.5 squares. So I added them together. 12 plus 2.5 squares equals 14.5 square units. Now I have had students tell me, especially guys, that they don't color. They just don't. They're too manly to color. So, or it might be easier for someone to number them. So what I did was I numbered all the full squares, numbered all the half squares, and did exactly what I did last time. Now perimeter, what I did was I just counted the outsides of this object. 1, 2, 14. So the perimeter of this is 14. Okay, now that you've got it all introduced, it might be really fun if you would get your kids to find the area of their hand. And this is, of course, the real graph paper that you would probably use. And it's a fun activity. They can trace their hand. Another fun activity you can do with your kids is make them make shapes, figure out the area, and have one of their other peers or the other students grade it. That might be kind of fun. So just be adamant about what the difference between perimeter and area is, because I know a lot of people get that mixed up. So alrighty, well that's it. Thank you.